Join me as I load tortillas with egg, sausage, cheese, and potatoes, then top them with a creamy homemade sausage gravy. Breakfast enchiladas. You're going to need a large skillet, place it on medium-high heat, and I have 1 pound of breakfast sausage that I'm going to brown. My sausage is about 90% cooked. Now I'm going to add in a blend of green peppers, red peppers, and onions. These are frozen, pre-cut. If you don't have these, you'd want to use a half of a yellow onion and a half of a green pepper and a half of a red pepper. I'm going to cook my onions and peppers for another 3 to 5 minutes or until they're tender. Our sausage and veggies are all cooked. Now I'm going to remove about a half a cup. Use that later to put inside our enchiladas. With the remaining sausage and veggies, we're going to make our gravy. First thing you need is a 1/4 cup of flour. You want to cook your flour for about 1 minute. Next, you want to slowly stir in 2½ cups of milk, preferably 2% or whole. You want to bring your gravy to a simmer and then let it cook for 3 to 5 minutes until it's thickened. Now that the gravy has thickened, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I've set the gravy aside, and now we're going to work on our eggs. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of butter, and I have this on medium heat. And I'm going to scramble 6 eggs. And then I'm going to add my eggs, cook them for 3 to 5 minutes, continuously stirring them to make them nice and fluffy. All right, we're ready to assemble. First, you need a 9x13 casserole dish here, and I'll place a little bit of that sausage gravy on the bottom. Next, you want to use your favorite tortillas, can be corn or flour. In my tortilla now, I'm going to place some of those fluffy eggs, a little bit of that leftover sausage and veggies. Then I'm going to add a few mini tater tots that have been defrosted. And then top it with your favorite cheese. At this point, you want to roll up your tortilla. You're going to place it in your 9x13 dish and then continue the process until the dish is completely full. After you have all of your stuffed tortillas in your pan, you want to top it with the remainder of that gravy. And then finally, I'm going to take a little more of that shredded cheese and sprinkle it over the top. Place my breakfast enchiladas in a 375-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. It'll be nice and brown on top and bubbly around the edges.